Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. Today's lesson is going to be about loose parts and how we can use loose parts to do some maths. Loose parts are very child friendly and they open up a world of imagination for children. You can find loose parts anywhere around your home. They can be bottle cap lids, they can be food pouch lids, they can be cardboard boxes that you receive your deliveries in, they can be even lunch boxes that you receive your food deliveries in, they can be old beads, necklaces, any kind of things that you find at home which you think is child safe and child friendly. You can use them as loose parts. Wine bottle corks, you can even use paint tools from the dollar store section, glass blobs from the dollar store. All those loose parts are really handy and really good to explore learning with children. So today's video is going to be about how I can do 6 types of math using loose parts. I hope you enjoy my video. Let's get on with the video. So one of my most favorite activities to do with loose parts is an estimation station. So all you need is a glass container or even a plastic container would do, which is transparent, and you take a handful of beads or glass jewels and put them in your bowl like so, and then you ask a child to estimate how many glass blobs they think is in the bowl or your container. And that in itself is a great math activity for kids to do because it helps them to count and it helps them to estimate and approximate how many jewels they think is there in the glass. It's a very amazing activity to do with kids, and it's very colorful and it really captures a child's attention, especially if you use glass blobs and colorful objects that you find around your house like dice, cars, any kind of colorful objects that you find around your house. A great art activity which can be combined with spatial reasoning and math is this wonderful activity that I'm going to show you right now. So as you can see, I've drawn some squiggly lines and some zigzag lines, and what you can do is after you make these lines on a piece of paper or butcher paper or even cardboard, you can use any colorful objects and get your child to follow the lines. This really helps with spatial reasoning and also with fine motor learning, and it also creates something beautiful and artistic in the process, as you can see. And you can create patterns of different colors also using these jewels, which I will show you in the next squiggly line below. So that's one way of doing it, especially if you have a young JK and they're not yet at that stage of learning about patterning. You can just get them to do the spatial reasoning activity as just an abstract art activity where they use random jewels of random colors and they line it up on the lines. If you have an SK or a grade 1, what you can do to make it more challenging is you can make them make a pattern, especially the challenging pattern. So here we have a AB pattern, and you can keep making the AB pattern and extending the pattern, which is something grade 1 kids usually learn, is that they learn to extend patterns. And you can keep the pattern going till you cover the whole line. And it's such an amazing activity and it's so much fun, and it helps a child to focus on the activity at hand. And I have found that when I've done this activity with children in the classroom, like kids who have a hard time sitting, even they find this activity very engaging and motivating to work at, and I enjoy seeing how focused they are and how they love to learn this activity. So this activity is a really great activity, especially if you're going back to school and you want to throw out an activity that would help kids learn. This is a great activity, especially it'll help the JKs brush up with patterning. It'll help the SKs learn about spatial reasoning at its basic level. And I love this activity because it's so versatile. You can use anything to do it, any shape to do it, and so it creates a great learning environment for children, especially in terms of spatial reasoning and math. So another fun way to do addition is using glass blobs and a 10 frame. So I can put say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pink glass blobs, and then I can add 3 yellow glass blobs. So 4 plus 3 makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's an easy and fun way to visualize a math problem using a 10 frame and glass blobs. You can even do subtraction like 8 take away 4. So if I take away 4 glass blobs, only 4 are left. So 8 take away 4 makes 4. This is such a fun way to teach maths, especially addition and subtraction, and it's very hands-on and enables a child to explore the maths problem while trying to solve it and come up with a solution. That's what I love about this method. If you want to make counting fun for children, a great way to do it would be to use glass blobs when counting. So you can create them a number chart like I did, and then you can ask them to put the exact number of coins or joules on the number. So for example, if I have 1, I'm going to put 1 joule. If I have 2, I'm going to put 2 joules. If I have 3, I'm going to put 3 joules. If I have 4, I'm going to put 4 joules. Like so. And this makes a very fun counting game for children, and it's very engaging, and it keeps children focused and helps them to practice a little bit of sitting down time, and it also helps them get an idea of counting, especially little JKs. If you're wanting them to learn about numbers 1 to 10, which is the expectation in kindergarten, then this would be a great fun activity to explore over the summer. It's very relaxing and calming because feeling the stones is also a sensory experience in itself. And so this is a really awesome activity for very young JKs, and I encourage you to try it at home using even cars or snap cubes or any kind of toys at home which you can count and you have an ample amount of. So while researching on fun games that I could play with my kids using glass blobs that would reinforce their math learning, I found this fun mathematics game to teach children multiplication. So this is a fun multiplication game using glass blobs. So this blob multiplication math game is a very visual game for children because it helps them to visualize multiplication, and it enables them to solve the problem in a very visual way. It shows them multiplication in a very visual light as being another way of adding numbers together and coming to a conclusion to get the solution. So that's what I love about this game. Here we have a problem, 7 into 4. So let's try to solve our problem. So here I have 4 circles on my page representing the number 4, and I'm going to put 7 glass blobs in each circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here we have it. We have 7 in each circle. So let's count all our glass blobs and see what our result is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So there we have it, 28. This game is a very versatile game. You can really switch it up. You can use snap cubes instead of glass blobs. You can use cars. You can use wine bottle corks. You can use even nuts and bolts. You can use mosaic tiles. There are so many things you can use. You can even use paint cards from the grocery store. You can also use a variety of things like dice. You can also use marbles. There are so many things you can use with this game. The other thing that is versatile about this game is that the more you increase the number at the bottom, you can increase the number of circles accordingly. So if I want to make it 7 into say 5, I can make 5 circles. 7 into 6, I can make 6 circles. And if I want to do the reverse way, I can just reduce the number of circles as well. So if I want to multiply 7 into 2, so then I would just look at this half of my board and just count these two. So 7 into 2 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7 into 2 would be 14. That would be half my board right here. So this is such a fun game. You can switch it up. You can increase the number that at the bottom. You can increase the number at the top. You can decrease the number at the bottom. You can even decrease the number at the top. It's such a versatile game that you can use with your children. I hope you have fun trying out all the games that I have shared with you using glass blobs to foster math learning in your homes and in your classrooms. So my last and final way of using glass blobs for maths is sorting. You can easily create a sorting activity in your home if you have glass blobs or any kind of colorful toys like snap cubes or cars. Like I'm going to use 3 steel balls here to sort my blobs into different colors. So I'm going to put the pink blobs in here. We're going to do some yellow blobs in there. And then we're going to sort our blue blobs in here. This is such a fun activity. You can keep a kid engaged for hours using this activity because it engages them and it helps them to sit down for some time, and it also encourages them to learn about different colors and separate objects based on color. One of the most important sorting rules is sorting objects on the basis of color. So this activity enforces sorting on the basis of color. If you have cars or snap cubes, you can sort them on different types of cubes as well, because that's another important sorting rule for sorting. And this is why I love these sorting activities. You can do so much with them, and you can even scaffold them and extend them if you would like to do so. And there you have it. I've sorted them according to color. Isn't this a fun activity to do? It's so engaging, so colorful, and something you could do on a hot summer day with just a few loose parts you have lying around in your home as well. Like you can just take random loose parts, put them in a bowl, and ask your kid to sort them according to the sorting rules. Once they finish sorting it, you can ask them, what's your rule? So like for example, I've sorted my beads or my glass blobs here, and my sorting rule is I've sorted them by color, because I have the yellow in one bowl, the blue in one bowl, and the pink in one bowl. So that's how you do sorting with glass blobs. I hope you have fun trying out all these activities. I hope you liked all my wonderful ideas that I shared with you on how you can use doll store jewels to teach maths in 6 or 7 different ways. And I hope that you try them out. And if you do try them out, tag me at big_ideas_for_little_minds19, because I'd love to see how you use jewels in your math adventures. Thank you all for watching my video, and I really appreciate it.